Hi, I'm William Byrne. 31 years ago, I wrote, illustrated, and self-published a 24-page black and white comic book called Max Burger P.I. Max Burger P.I. is about a mutant hamburger private investigator, born from a microwave explosion 17 years ago, who solves crimes and battles his brother the Mad Burger, part cyborg, part hamburger, and who lives in the sewers and plots to take over the world and reshape it to his dark vision. Now I'm planning to re-release Max Burger P.I. number 1 in a longer 48-page story with all new art. I hope you will back my Indiegogo campaign. Thank you. Hey, welcome everyone. I got new lighting here. What do you think? Am I bright enough? As I've been told, everything was too dark, so an uncle of mine gave me a light that he had in his garage, and now I can scare away people now, yeah, so everybody's doing on this Labor Day weekend. So I'm just hoping that this will work out, and this is bright enough. I might need a diffuser for it. The light might be a little bit too bright. I don't know. Let me know. What do you think of the new lighting system? I'm not using my drafting table over there. Actually, you can see the drawing a little bit better with the new light. So yeah, let me know what you think of the lighting system. Does it look better than it has been? Maybe it's showing too much of my wrinkles on my face, So let me, don't know what's, watching some YouTube videos today. Just watched one on Batman 66, the Blu-ray collection. I haven't got that. I only got the movie. That's all I got. And I was able to find some copies online to watch the old Batman series. But anybody got a collection of those? Yeah, I got a couple of DVD players here, but mostly, not DVD players, Blu-ray players. I got one Blu-ray player. I got two Blu-ray players. And I got a couple of DVD players. Currently, one of my DVD players is not working because I guess they burnt out the laser in it or something. I used to have it on my 50-inch TV, a projection TV, and the projection TV, I think the bulbs blew on it, but the Blu-ray player I had there would not take DVDs. The tray would open up and would just pop out. The tray would open up. So I would use another machine that was a DVD player. So that would work. So seems to be some stuff going on. Yeah, I heard about this on Rob Liefeld's page. Let me share. Let me go in here and share my screen with you guys. Yeah, if you're new here, you just got in here, let me know what the lighting's like. I just put some new lights in. So put them in the comments and let me know what you think. So this has been didn't like this too much. This one is the update on Rob Liefeld's deaths poster, was quoting original comments by the Weekly Planet podcast. Though former TOPS employee Adam Levine recently came under fire for what appeared to be an unprofited death wish upon comic creator Rob Liefeld. New developments reveal that Levine was quoting a podcast that has since been deleted their original upload. Bounding in the comics originally reported that Levine wished Liefeld had died instead of Chad Boseman. After the initial reports was published, several individuals reached out with further information surrounding Levine and the statement. Foremost was the subject of Levine's employment, as it was clarified that he does not work directly for Topps, was incorrectly identified by an industry publication, rather as a freelance consultant for Sidekick trading cards and licensee of Topps. Levine was also not the original author of the statement, but was instead quoting an attempt at humor made by the hosts of the Weekly Planet podcast in their latest episode, Rest in Power, Chadwick Boseman. After Levine's statement was brought to public attention, the Weekly Planet deleted, edited, and re-uploaded the episode in question to remove the comment about Liefeld. However, despite the attempt to erase the statement from the record, a reference to it still exists in the edited versions of the podcast. As around 1320, one of the hosts notes that he is still has Rob Liefeld on his side. As of writing, the Weekly Planet crew has neither commented on the issue, taken responsibility for the statement, or issued an apology to either Levine or Liefeld. Though it currently appears if Levine was thrown under the bus by the Weekly Planet, Levine was later issued a pair of apologies for the quote. An initial Facebook post, Levine stated that he was sorry for this Rob Liefeld nonsense. He certainly never meant any harm to anyone, not by it. Levine would later provide a full apology for the original post to Bleeding Cool that reads, early this week, I posted a joke to Facebook that I heard on a popular comic book podcast that I regret. My post was hurtful and offensive, and for this, I am truly, deeply sorry. I will make sure to be more sensitive on Facebook in the future. After these apologies were published, Liefeld himself would take to his personal Facebook page, announced that he had removed all negative content on my page, and that by every account I can measure, I live a blessed life, before wishing his followers a happy Labor Day weekend. So what do you make of those developments? What do you think on that? Yeah, let me stop this here. So, hey, thanks for the like, Lily. Got any comments there? So, what movies are you looking forward to seeing this year or next year, whenever we can get back in the movie theaters? I know movie theaters are open in places. I know they're all open up here in Ontario. I just don't feel like going to a movie. Love to go see a movie. I love to see Tenet, I think it's called. But I just want to stay home, work on some stuff, go out and shop every once in a while, and just do my own stuff. Let me see if there's any new comic book news here that I missed. Yeah, so how's my lighting, people? How's my lighting? Let me know. Do you like the lighting? To make the room a little bit brighter. Yeah, brand new light that's shining in this room. Just thought I'd give it a try and see how it goes. If you like it, let me know. If you don't like it, do you think it's too harsh? No, has anybody got any new books that came out you'd like to talk about? Any new comic books, graphic novels, movies you want to discuss here? Let me know. Let me know what you think of the lighting. Hey, Sean, how you doing? Long time no see. What do you think of my new lighting in here? I got this. I think it's a fluorescent light that my uncle gave me. He had a shop in. He did body work, so he gave me this light. I only got it leaning against my wall. It does have a couple of screws in it, but I can't figure out how to screw it into the wall. So now, right now, it's just on the side of my monitor here and shining up. So it's probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 feet. My hair looks longer. Oh, does it? Maybe because the light wasn't in here. It was too dark to see my hair being long. Yeah. And thanks. Yeah, I had the light for a while, just wasn't sure how to set it up. And since the other monitor of mine passed away, I'm using the tablet for a monitor right now. I had room in the back to put the light, so yeah. Well, thanks for it's great lighting. I guess you can see me a little bit better with it on, rather than using that lamp over there. That's what I was using for the lighting, and then there's a pot light just above over here that lights up the room. I think that's probably what did my eyes in, where I have to go wearing these. I should put these on, and you guys won't recognize me. Watch. See? Look. You go, hey, there's a new host here. So I tried to get the Steve Jobs kind of glasses, but yeah. I'm going through some of my stuff here. I'm sorry about bending down here. You can't see me. Going through some of my movies here that I've been watching. One of these, I got this. I watched recently. This has been a great series. I don't know if you ever watched this one, Sean. Oh, hey, Dale. It's Dale here. Said it was great lighting. Oh, okay. I thought it was Sean. Sorry, Dale. Yeah, watch this. About this from Amazon just recently. It's Roger Rabbit's 25th anniversary. Comes with Blu-ray and a DVD. So yeah, and I got this for I think it was $3 I paid for that at the Dollarama. It's the best fan favorites of MacGyver. I think there was only one in there that was my favorite. So Del, how's everything going? Last time we talked, you had there was a tornado or something going on in your state. So everybody safe? All your family? So yeah, I don't know what here to say. Gonna share this. I'm gonna share this back up again on this wall. So it looks like DC appoints former Activision Blizzard and New Jersey Devils executive Daniel Cherry as general manager after a recent storm of layoffs across Warner Media as part of the company-wide restructuring. The company has appointed Daniel Cherry as the new overseer of DC's operations. According to The Hollywood Reporter, the former chief marketing officer of Activision Blizzard Esports and chief marketing and innovator officer and the New Jersey Devils NHL team has been named senior vice president and general manager of DC Entertainment. THR notes that this is a newly created position that will have Cherry head up business affairs, editorial, talent service, and marketing, sales, brand, and direct to consumer for DC. Cherry will also oversee business developments with current senior VP, business strategy and finance administration Annie DePies, and will to global brands experienced president of Warner Brothers Pam Leaford. It is truly a career honor to partner with Pam Leaford and the creative genius of Jim Lee and the amazing team at DC Comics and Warner Media to lead this iconic brand and legendary characters into the future, said Cherry in a statement. I've been a huge fan since I first discovered the joys of comics from my father, who collected Shazam oversized comics from the 70s. Cherry also shared his excitement on how I'm standing on the shoulders of giants like Malcolm Wheeler Nicholson, Bill Finger, Bob Kane, Neil Adams, Harry Lambert, and so many others. He noted that he was especially proud to be continuing the legacy of fellow Ohioan and Cleveland native Jerry Steffeld, they got this name wrong. It's spelled here Siefel. It should be Shiegel. It's Jerry Shiegel. Stiegel. Can't get my tongue to work right. Stiegel. But it's spelled wrong anyway. As this statement continues, Jerry states his beliefs that while always responding to the past, I always think it's our responsibility to leverage the cultural power of DC Comics to entertain and inspire the increasingly diverse global fan base. Comics have the power to create unique, imaginary, and narratives that can move the world towards a better, more inclusive version of itself. He concludes, this is my sincere hope that I'm able to contribute and help evolve the brand and its relevance to the generations to come. Cherry's hiring will allow Chief Creator Officer and Publisher Jim Lee to take on an expanded responsibility surrounding the overall DC brand. Lee will bring his unmatched creativity, passion, and intuitive knowledge of the DC characters to canon the company's efforts to evolve the brand and create reverence for new audiences around the world, said DC. As the recent reorganization led to the removal of several long-serving editorial executives, a third of the editorial staff, Lee, Cherry, and the interim replacements for the oldest, Bob Harris, Marie Jarvis, and Michelle Wells, are set up to make the new editorial leadership at DC. Previously, Cherry's roles involved expanding scope of ESP Sports for Activision Blizzard, which Cherry stated as a 1.2 billion business in 2020, and serving as Chief Marketing and Innovator Officer of the New Jersey Devils hockey team. So, yeah. So I'm going to close that off. So you got my face back again. So who do we still have here? Notice we have somebody here in Facebook. Are you still here, Sean or Dell? Sorry I got you guys mixed up earlier. I was so excited to see Sean in here and Dell, and I didn't even look at the names here. So I don't see that much more I want to talk about in comic book news here. Just going to be a really short one again. Just want to see how the lighting is. See if you guys like it. Let me know you're here. If you're new, you haven't commented on the lights, let me know. And it makes the room much more brighter. Oh, you're here, Sean. Okay. Okay. You still at the same job there, Sean, or just different one that you're doing? I thought you were driving. So it was a walk quite a distance from work. Yeah, there's no transit or something either. If you don't, something's wrong with your car. I haven't done too much drawings lately, guys. Been busy with photography stuff, and I've been trying to clean up my studio a little bit. Didn't work on it too hard today, but I moved some stuff around. That's why I got the movies and DVDs and stuff around. Just looking at some of my, also looking at some of my CDs. I gotta put them back in my room. I finally got one of these. Oh, sorry to hear that. Yeah, driving is the easy part. So you still have that same job. Okay. That's too bad. I'm sure there's something that'll come up that you'll get. I was just talking to my sister. She's got a new job. This is in Cambridge, so her job is to cut hair. So she ended up with a new job. So I'm quite happy with her. I think she's working I think she said 10-hour shifts. I guess Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays off. But I worked 10-hour shifts before. They're hard. They're hard on your body. And I worked in a lot of shitty jobs. So anyway, we're going through some CDs. Here's some CDs I got here. I was lucky to find this last year at Sunrise Record. It's a Canadian record store. I picked this up. I don't know if anybody listens to Gowan. I got a DVD in here that I haven't listened to yet. Classic Queen. Well, that's good. You finished editing stories, but you're you're nervous about finding an artist, an inker, and stuff like that. Well, just go into those pages and those Facebook pages and look for somebody. Just post up and say that you're looking for an artist, and you've got this. Well, I noticed a couple of them that you put up. Maybe you should just put up something like, "I'm looking for an artist. Contact me. Send me some examples of your style," and then you can talk about maybe pricing and stuff like that, like their fee for working on that. Yeah, yeah, I know. I've had some issues with people in the past. Well, one person really. Well, no, I don't know, actually two. Um, there was a guy that was going to work on a North Shield for me. He ended up finishing everything, but then he came back and he wanted ownership of the company and all this, and he wanted to write the character and stuff like that. So you're going to run into people like that, another guy wanted to work on. I wanted to do a Mad Burger series, and I wanted to set it in the future, and he had his own ideas for what he wanted to do for it. So, have you talked to a lawyer or anything about it, Sean, before you get into legal stuff? You might want to find out. You got characters designed and stuff like that. I don't know what Dave Sim and Gerhard's agreement was, because Gerhard just did the backgrounds where Dave did the figures and everything. So, so you might want to. I don't know if Dave is easy to get a hold of. I'm not quite sure what kind of lawyer. I haven't gone that far with agreements yet. But if you got everything in print that you created the stuff first, you shouldn't have any problems. But I would come up with. I would talk to somebody. See if even call around. See if you. I don't know if you have. Check into entertainment lawyers maybe. If you got any lawyers that will offer you free, session or some that you can ask them a question without them putting them to work. Have a list of questions that you think that you might need to ask ahead of time before you call up. Because I know there's some lawyers up here that will give a half an hour. They'll talk to you for a half an hour about legal issues and stuff like that. So maybe down in the States you might have that too. So you can probably call somebody up and say, I need some, or even Google. Try to Google some stuff, and you might be able to get some answers up online. Because you want to make sure that you're covered yourself. You might not. There is a comic book legal defense fund, but I don't know. They need. I don't know if they might be able to direct you. You might want to check that out. It is at cbldf.org. I'll put it in the comments here. I don't know if you'll see it. And if there's anybody listening out there that might know a little bit more, post in the comments. But I did put it in the comments there, Sean. She might have to go to YouTube to find it because it looks like there's a YouTube symbol on it, but it might go to Facebook as well. So I don't know. Yeah, so you might want to check out the Comic Book Legal Defense Fund. Okay. Good. Yeah. Ask questions. Ask as much questions as you can. What you think that you might get in, you don't want the person to be walking out and not giving you any of the artwork after you're paying, money and stuff like that for his work. Because I did that with the guy who did the North Shield, which was called Captain Spider at the time, and he drew up everything. I paid him as I went along. I had to work a couple crappy jobs, and so I paid him small bits, and then he wanted to write some stories, but I've seen his other previous stuff and didn't think that he had it in him to write and I already had things already planned what I wanted to do with the story, so it would throw mine way out of whack. And then he started. I was trying to look for funding for the book to print it, and he was actively trying to look for somebody for me, but he said that he had somebody lined up, but they said because he didn't have ownership of the character and blah blah blah, and this is where the whole ownership started coming in. So that's when I walked away, but then he tried to publish it on his own. So you want to make sure that that's not going to happen. You might run into somebody that's good that wants to get into comic books and not worried about owning the thing, because they may not look at it and think it's good. The IP is going to be worth anything in the future, and but you want to make sure that they're going to be compensated too. When the thing hits it big, you can reward them for their work, and then you can reward yourself too. And that's one thing I find in the industry, when a writer has come up with a story and they've worked hard to do it. Like I've gone through many rewrites on the North Shield, and trying to think how many. I think I've gone. I started writing it about 8 years ago, and so I did about 6 rewrites on the story, and so I worked really hard to put this story together. Now I've had some people read it back, I've given them the story to read. They really like the story. It's got a lot of interesting characters in it that I've developed over the years. and it leads into the next story and stuff like that. So when you work that hard on something like that, you don't get paid for it. The other person does. The artist gets paid for it. The letterer, the colorist, and stuff like that. And then when you don't get paid yourself, and you're trying to carry the whole load, that's I find that's sometimes hard, and especially when somebody walks away and steals your stuff, and that's a heartbreak when that happens. So yeah, I'm very leery now when I get into conversations with people. You know, um, so I don't allow anybody to come in and take over stuff that I vision in my head. Yeah, your stuff might be good, but let's give mine a try. And if it doesn't work, then we can try it your way. Or if you can come back with some that's reasonable enough for me to get excited about. But if I see your previous stuff as nothing but heads coming off people's bodies, it's supposed to be a superhero book, but it's got heads coming off, people being hung up on the wall half naked with their skins tore off, in chains. You're not suitable for writing my book. My book is not that dark. And then you come back and say you can't figure out why your book can't sell, or like his book, I can't sell. Well, it's because you got all that dark stuff in it, and you got 12 story plots going on in the story. You need to keep it simple, so a new reader comes in, can follow it from the last issue. And at the moment, I'm not in the process of doing a monthly book anyway. I like to do graphic novels, so I think that's where comic books are going. For me personally, is in graphic novels. So I'd like to put one out maybe once a year, But you just don't want an artist to come in and dictate the storyline. You're the one that's coming up with the story. If you both were friends, you were living together, like Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird, and you both came up with the concept, it's both yours. So that's the way it works. And if you come up with a good idea for the storyline, then that's yours. That's shared. Yeah, so check that entertainment lawyer out in Chicago. Do they charge you a fee there, Sean? Or like is an hourly rate he charges, or is it like a half an hour free or something like that, or 15, 20 minutes free? I wasn't going to stay on this long. I'm going to wait for another. I'm going to stay for another 6 more minutes online, people. It's been a long day for me. I just thought I'd pop in. I should have done one this morning, but I was working on photos and just didn't have time. And then I went out this morning and took some pictures. Okay, yeah, that's the first step. Is gonna call them first and ask questions. They can tell you what their fee is. If their fee is not too bad and you can afford it, pay their fees or some. But yeah, definitely call. Yeah, don't put it off. Get a board or something you can write down. That you're going to do it, and you got it in front of you. And do you have entertainment lawyers in Chicago? I don't recall any. I don't have any in. Should we have some here in Toronto? Yeah, Google says there's ones in Toronto, but you're in Chicago. But I'm just looking for myself here. We have one up here that's no upfront payment required. That's what it says here. Yeah, I never knew there was entertainment lawyers. Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, we got filming in Toronto, and we have some in Cambridge here. The show's Bidden was shot here. Got a friend on Facebook that he posted up what was. Let me see. We had some pretty good movies shot here. You know the movie Reds? Is it Reds or Red or Reds? Was shot here. The movie with Bruce Willis in it. And let's see. He put a list here. What was shot in Cambridge? See if I can find it. Oh, here it is. So the October Factor, V Wars, the Handmaiden Tales, American Gods, Designated Survivor, Flatliners, Traffic Trucks Save Christmas, Murdoch Mysteries. You probably don't get that in the States. That's a CBC show. Between, Bidden, Silent Hill 2. It was filmed in filming in city. Reds, Heroes Reborn, and 12 Monkeys. I think 12 Monkeys was the I think that was the TV series. I don't think it was the movie. Not sure. Could have been. I remember Heroes Reborn down here because they had downtown changed into Anywhere USA down on our main street in our town. So yeah, and in Toronto had had Nikita, a few other movies. So just looking here, it just says how much lawyers charge per hour in Canada. Brand new lawyers charge $211 per hour. On average, lawyers with 5 years of experience charge $280 per hour. On average, lawyers called to the bar before 1996 charge an average of $448 per hour. So Yeah, check too, Sean, before you go and hire a lawyer. Just make sure that he's a good lawyer. My dad's had a few lawyers years ago, and some of them were not very good. They weren't. They were always late for appointments, and they were unorganized and stuff like that. So I'm sure there's a rating system for the lawyers online, but I don't know if you can always trust the rating system on like Google and stuff. Because if the lawyer might be good, but you had a bad experience with him, you're gonna write some shitty about him or crappy or. Let's see here. So it looks like you got a few there in Chicago. You got one on Wacker, Gordon, and I can't pronounce the guy last name. Century Colio. There's Ham Entertainment Law. That's on 303 Madison. You got quite a few there. But I think the best thing for you to do is just to find somebody who will consult with you for a half an hour for free or whatever, because they're going to look at it. They're going to want you to spend your money with them. And you got to go for what you can afford too. I do see a lot of listings here, more listings here for entertainment lawyers and stuff like that. So just shop around a bit and work on your script. Get that up and going. Make sure you got everything copyrighted too there, Sean. Okay, great. I'm gonna check it out. But make sure you have your stuff copyrighted too. Send it into the U.S. Copyright Office. Under the law, it says, that works with Canada and U.S. If you write it down, it's automatically copyrighted. But I always say to mail yourself a copy of the script. Put it in an envelope, have it registered mail, have it copyrighted. If you need trademarks, go for trademarks, because that's your brand. So if you're gonna make a brand out of it, then make sure you have it trademarked. If you feel that passionate about it, like I was, what was it? I was watching an interview with Valentino, and he was talking to Cape trying to think of Cape Fab, I think it is, and he was talking about stuff he had up on the wall, and one of them was a trademark for Normal Man. Normal Man is not in print anymore, but he did 2 issues. Actually, I'd like to see if they would put that into a trade paperback. That would be kind of cool, because I have the individual stuff, So you copyright stories and you did editing. Okay. Well, that's good. You got it copyrighted. Because that gives proof. If you have to go to court or something over somebody, saying it, you don't want to go to court, but at least you got it and say that you came up with it first before you met that person. So yeah, check it out. I did some searching here for entertainment lawyers Chicago free consultation. So it looks like there's a few that came up, but it says here what's included in a free consultation with a lawyer. So when a lawyer says that he or she will provide free consultation, it means that they'll sit down with you, hear about your problem, and give you some additional thoughts about it at no charge or obligations to you. This meeting gives you a chance to interview the lawyer and the lawyer the chance to interview you. So I would try to go for that, for the free consultation, as much as you can, so you can find the best lawyer that's going to fit for you, okay? Just don't jump into one right away. Find out, a little bit about them first before you call them and set up that appointment. And yeah, I talked to one about Louis taking my character away from me and trying to publish it on his own. And the lawyer said, let him make some money, but I didn't really want him to make money. So that's why I went to a paralegal lawyer, and she dealt with copyrights and stuff like that. So it was much cheaper for me. Maybe that might be something that you might want to look into too, a paralegal lawyer, she might be able to help you out with so paralegal, just trying to just see if there's any entertainment ones. Paralegal entertainment law. So check out paralegals too, Sean. Just to see, it says here that most entertainment paralegals work for law firms that specialize in representing entertainment and sports figures, as well as studios and production companies. Entertainment paralegals should have an interest in the entertainment industry and might assist attorneys with drafting documents. So check into that too, okay? So listen, Sean, I'm gonna sign off. Got some stuff to do. I got a whole bunch of mess around here I got to clean up. So I'll be on tomorrow. I'm going to try to do it tomorrow morning show too. Let's see how early everybody gets up. See how quick I have my shower and stuff like that, and I'll come online. I usually normally get up at 2 a.m. So maybe I'll be in at 3 or something like that. So yeah, you too, Sean, and good luck, okay? Hopefully you find some that you're going to be happy with. And good luck with finding a lawyer, okay? We'll talk to everybody later. Everybody take care and have a good day. Bye-bye.